Donald Trump fell asleep during the RNC last night, and he nearly did it again tonight during the speech of his least charismatic son, Don Jr.
Who is actually running the country anyway? It's obviously not Joe Biden. So who are they asking us to elect?
Joe Biden, his cabinet, the experts that he puts around him. Notice the muted reactions from the crowd.
Seriously, who's running things?
Biden, his advisors.
Does anyone really know?
Watch Trump on the side.
Is it Jill? Is it Hunter? Barack Obama? Maybe it's the ghost of corn.
Trump is not impressed over here. Trump is barely awake. I get that the RNC is a long day and that this is past his bedtime, but he is barely awake.
Pop.
Corn pop, good one. So Don Jr. is obviously like a less charismatic version of his father who still uses vacuous phrases. He's bringing up this old corn pop joke, trying to pander to the Republicans in the audience. He has Twitter brain. He just thinks in memes all of the time. Here's another clip.
And the lies. Oh yeah, the lies. We won't ever forget the lies. From left-wing politicians, from their allies in the media. When you hear them in a row, you fully understand the extent they have gone to divide this great nation.
The projection is absolutely insane. Donald Trump lied numerous times during the debate. I mean, he built this whole career off of a lie. He built his political career by saying that President Obama was born in Kenya. He lied about the 2016 election being stolen before he even got into office. Lied about the 2020 election. He has lied repeatedly about President Biden. We basically have a QAnon conspiracy theorist running for presidency, and he's getting lucky time and time again.
They lied about Russia collusion. They lied about Hunter's laptop. And
nobody lied about Hunter's laptop or Russia collusion. I will double down and say that Vladimir Putin helped Donald Trump win the election through online disinformation, but nobody is saying that Trump colluded with Russia. I mean, that was an investigation. After the investigation was over, everybody dropped it.
That's when the world found out that there is tough. And then there's Trump tough.
All Trump does is whine. All he does is whine, Don Jr. He's so tough that he can't even take a loss ever in his entire life. He just knows how to take advantage of a situation to the max. He knows how to push lies. He knows how to take advantage of it whenever he's in front of the camera. The assassination attempt is a perfect example. Good political instinct.
And the good news is, America is Trump tough.
Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance also gave his first speech.
Leader. He's the man who is feared by America's adversaries, but 2 nights ago, and I'll share a moment, said goodnight to his 2 boys, told them he loved them, and made sure to give each of them a kiss on the cheek.
You know the adversaries that Trump is feared by? Trump is feared by France. Trump is feared by Germany. Trump is feared by our NATO allies. Trump is feared by Ukraine because he wants to dismantle the very structures in place that have allowed Western countries to prevail and make sure that countries like Russia, countries like China, countries like Iran aren't setting the global standard on how we conduct warfare, because if they were, they would be annexing neighboring territory constantly.
And I will say, Don and Eric squirmed the same way my 4-year-old does when his daddy tries to give him a kiss on the cheek. Sorry, guys. Leader. He's the lack of good jobs, of course, led to stagnant wages. And then the Democrats flooded this country with millions of illegal aliens.
That wording is just so loaded, saying that Democrats flooded the country with millions of illegal aliens, when in reality, immigrants have been coming over the border for years. The border has always been inefficient, and there are ways we can fix it, like providing more funding to asylum judges, providing more funding to Border Patrol agents, and we had a bill that was ready to do that. It wasn't perfect, but it was a step in the right direction. It was endorsed by 18,000 Border Patrol agents, and Donald Trump shot it down. Republicans just constantly use this loaded wording. They escalate things, and then they wonder why violence breaks out.
So citizens had to compete with people who shouldn't even be here for precious housing.
Build more housing then. The answer is to build more housing, not limit immigration. Republicans literally can never identify the problems.
Biden's inflation crisis, my
Which
friend,
leads to faulty solutions.
is really an affordability crisis. And many of the people that I grew up with can't afford to pay more for groceries, more for gas, more for rent, and that's exactly what Joe Biden's economy has given them. Now, my mamaw died shortly before I left for Iraq in 2005. And when we went through her things, we found 19 loaded handguns. They were
Average Republican. If you just say the words 19 guns at the RNC, everybody cheers for you. It's that simple.
Now, the thing is, they were stashed all over her house, under her bed, in her closet, in the silverware drawer. And we wondered what was going on, and it occurred to us that towards the end of her life, Mamaw couldn't get around so well. And so this frail old woman made sure that no matter where she was within arm's length of whatever she needed to protect her family. That's who we fight for. That's American spirit.
I understand wanting to protect your family, and it's a sweet story, but she sounds slightly paranoid, in my opinion.
Leader. For the last 8 years, President Trump has given everything he has to fight for the people of our country.
He's given everything, but he couldn't bring himself to just concede the results of the election. Just once. Just once, concede the results. Say it once.
He didn't need politics, but the country needed him.
No, he did not. Nobody needed Donald Trump. Nobody needed somebody who wants to subvert the will of the American people, tear up the Constitution at every step of the way, terminate the rules, laws, and regulations in the Constitution. Donald Trump is a traitor. Anybody who supports him is a traitor.
Mr. President, I will never take for granted the trust you have put in me.
Watch Donald Trump fail.
And what an honor it is to help achieve the extraordinary vision that you have for this country.
He's tired.
Now, I pledge to every American, no.
Well, JD Vance is well-spoken and he's eloquent, but I don't think he quite has the charisma that Donald Trump wants him to have, and neither does his son, Donald Trump Jr. I know Trump felt like a king walking into the RNC today, all completely devoted to him, all full of MAGA sycophants. He gets to sit up there on his throne on a pedestal and just cross his arms as Nikki Haley speaks. He gets to judge Nikki Haley, judge Donald Trump Jr., occasionally fall asleep when he finds a speech boring. I know he's enjoying the power and the clout/fame that he's feeling after this assassination attempt. He has a bandage on his ear, and a ton of people in the crowd have a bandage on their ear, but he could not stay awake during it. Take a look at this picture on the screen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, have a great day yourself.